When the news that Hans Zimmer was going to compose the music for Dune hit, it blew up. The announcement came through Business Wire, and it wasn't really officially announced. The announcement came almost as like a side note. Some fans took to his personal and private profile on Facebook and sought to confirm the news. And he wrote, "It'll be pure me. I've only waited 40 years for Denis to make this movie." Hans Zimmer is teaming up again with Steven Kofsky, who is providing the music production for Dune. He has previously worked with Zimmer on Interstellar, The Dark Knight Rises, and Inception, arguably some of his greatest work. It's always nice to see composers score over actors they've created work for before, as is the case with Timothée Chalamet in Interstellar. One of the biggest news pieces attached to Dune was that Hans Zimmer turned down Tenet for Dune. Turning down a big director like Christopher Nolan is no easy task, but because it was Dune, Hans Zimmer just knew he had to do it, and he goes on to say as much in interviews. The great thing about Hans Zimmer is that he's actually a fan of Dune. He's been a fan ever since he was young.
Dune is one of my favorite books from my teenage years, and I love Denis Villeneuve, obviously, and Joe Walker, his editor. We really started working in 1988 for the BBC together. So, it's nice working with, it feels like family.
It'll be surprising for you to know that Hans Zimmer hasn't actually seen David Lynch's Dune.
I never saw the original Dune movie,
so he probably won't be familiar with the Toto soundtrack either, or the Brian Eno music that accompanied the movie. And he'll be coming at the score purely from the perspective of the book.
I'm coming at this in a rather sort of fresh way.
That's interesting.
Just from the book.
When coming at it purely from the perspective of the book, musical ideas are easy to find, whether it is the mathematical precision of notes for the mentats or guitar-type instruments for the balisette playing of Gurney Halleck, and in particular, the rhythmic beats of the thumper.
It's, in a way, it's almost like you've been toying around with the sound of this film your whole life, right?
You might be really onto something.
Okay,
yeah,
very
absolutely. Yeah.
No, I mean,
so I have to do it, and Chris understands I have to do it.
When it was suggested that all of the body of his work was a lead up to Dune, the kind of realization of the ideas of the Dune book, he almost confirms it. And it's very interesting to put that into perspective, because if you think about his score, Interstellar, Gladiator, Batman, all of those soundtracks put together, that will be Dune. So it will be the best, the very best of Hans Zimmer. When he composed the score for Gladiator, he titled the track "Now We Are Free." This mirrors a quote in Dune Messiah, where Paul says, "Now I am free." The track "Now We Are Free," which features the hauntingly beautiful vocals of Lisa Gerrard, went on to become a huge successful hit all over the world. And of course, "Now We Are Free" is a quote featured in the Gladiator film.
Now we are free.
So this may have been a joint inspiration from Ridley Scott and Hans Zimmer, who are both technically Dune fans, because Ridley Scott was supposed to direct Dune in the beginning. Hans Zimmer isn't new to Arabic inspirations either, because in The Dark Knight Rises, he uses a chant which originates from Morocco, or the Maghreb. There have been many theories about the chant that was featured, and it is commonly known as Deshi Basara, which, according to Hans Zimmer himself, means rise up, in a language which he says he's happy to keep secret, allegedly Moroccan or another Arabic dialect. And the actual Arabic is Tiji Basra, which means come quickly. You could say it is colloquial Arabic, and this is something that Frank Herbert was interested in, so we may get to see colloquial Arabic in his Dune score. So the final chant would be Tiji Basra, Tiji Basra, Tiji Basra. If we get a similar chant in Dune, it could be epic. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you can be alerted to new content. Thank you.